Okay. Hello. All right. So, had a big discussion last night on Monday Night Live about the Super Bowl squares. And since not everybody was able to join us, just wanted to make sure that you understand how it works and how this can work for your business and how it can bless your customers. So, the Super Bowl, if you don't have it on your calendar yet, it is on Sunday, February the 9th. And so I am going to share my screen so that you can see all of the, let me get to the right place, all of the info on how this works. Okay. Okay. Super Bowl 59. Sunday, February 9th, it starts at 5:30. Whether you watch the game or not, whether you like football or not, it doesn't matter. You can still participate, and this is a great, fun way to reach out to your customers. Plus, starting on Saturday, you will see what all the new products are, and you can collect pre-orders. Plus, we have the new mascara that's available for everyone to order now. All right, so here's how it works. Now, usually, all the times I've done this in the past, I have done $10 per square. This year, I'm going to do $20 per square. If you want the $10 per square one, that is okay. You get to choose how you want to do it. And I have both forms available that I posted on Facebook yesterday, but happy to post again. So here's how it works. For every purchase that your customers make between now and the day before the game, or you can do it up until noon on the day of the game, however you want to do it is totally fine. But for every $10 or $20, however you're doing it, they get a square, their initials on the square. And then at the end of each quarter, so quarter one, at halftime, at quarter three, you can choose, you can give away whatever you want to do. I do $25 in free Mary Kay product and then 50 for the final score. Okay. All right. So these are the two grids. If you'll see right here, this is the one for $10. And if you fill up this grid with $10 per square, that would be $1,000 in sales. So between now and next Saturday or Sunday, whatever day you decide to put as your deadline, when you fill all this in. Now, it doesn't have to be completely filled in, and that's okay, but it's a great way to kind of get your feet wet if you've never done it before. Reach out to your customers. What would they like? What would they like to try? Would they like to try the new mascara? And then if you participate in the 50% off specials, when they purchase 50 or more, then you can even increase your sales that way. Okay. So again, this is the one for $10. Oopsie, sorry. And the one next to it is the one for $20 per square. Okay. So these are the two teams that are playing, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. It is the same on both grids. Okay. Now, the day of the game, you will, or what I do is I've got, you can't see this. I have numbers from 0 to 9 on this piece of paper that I will cut up and put in a bowl. And then I will write them out as I draw them. So it's going to be written here on the purple. So nothing's going to go here, but on the top, it's going to go from this square to this square, 0 to 9, but they're not going to be in order because you're going to put them in there in the order that you draw them out of the bowl. So you're going to do 0 through 9 here, and then 0 through 9 down here. I'm going to show you my completed one from last year, so maybe you can get a better idea. And then whoever's initials, so let's just say that this square here is 0, and this square here is 0, and the score at the end of one of the quarters is 0. This would be the winner, whoever's name is written in that square for, dang it, whoever's initials are in that square will win whatever you're giving. So at the end of the first quarter, write down your winner. The end of the second quarter, third quarter, and at the end of the game, and whatever prize you're giving. Okay, it's entirely up to you what you want to give. Okay. All right. And then I also like to record on this piece of paper number of squares, this particular purchase, you could put the name first. But anyway, number of squares, the initials of the customer's name, and how much they spent. Now, the reason is on my squares, there's not enough room to write their name. So I write their initials, and then I have this to go back to refer to. Sometimes you might have two customers that have the same initials, and so you might want to do like one person's middle name, middle initial, or you put whatever initials you're going to use on your grid here. Okay. And that's as you're making sales, you write down the number of squares that person got, their initials, their name, and the amount spent. Okay. And then here is a really easy script. Hi, Susie, this is Allison with Mary Kay. How are you doing? Great. Of course, talk to them for a minute and then, check in with them, find out what's going on with their family. And the reason for my call, Susie, is that I am doing a Super Bowl pool with my Mary Kay business. And how it works is for every, whatever denomination you're doing, $10 or $20 in product you purchase, you will get a square on my grid. If you have the ending digits of the score after the first, second, or third quarter, you will get whatever you're choosing to put for what you're giving away. You have the final score digits, then you will win, again, whatever you're putting in there, okay? So just calling to see if there's anything you're needing or wanting to be able to get into the pool. And there's also time to book an appointment. Let's do a checkup from the neck up, or let's do a shake up your makeup bag, or let's do a foundation matching, whatever you would like to do, or go treat them to satin hands. But any sales between now and the 8th or the 9th, whatever deadline you're putting on there, would be able to go on there. So once you write up their order, we don't have to write them up anymore because we do them on the app. Then you will randomly put their name on however many squares they have qualified for. Now, the denomination, the $10 or the $20, would be after any discounts and without the sales tax, just like we do for our $100 days, just like we do on our weekly accomplishment sheet, after discounts and before the sales tax. So let's say you're doing the $10 denominations and you have someone who purchased $25. You can say, oh my gosh, let's find you something else so that you can get to at least 30, and then you'll get 3 squares. Maybe they even purchased enough that they would get 4 squares, or they're at 40 or 45, and you can let them know, wow, you know what? If you're at 50, then you get to choose one of my 50% off specials, and that will even increase more how many squares you get. Okay? So this is how my grid looked from last year. So as I was drawing out numbers from the bowl, I wrote them across the top here. And then I wrote them down here. It doesn't matter which one you do first. You can do the left side and then the top first. And you can see all the initials in there. So what you can also do, I think I had this on the page before. Okay. Yes. If you want to, you can send them a picture of the grid to everyone whose name is on that grid. Now, you could even sell enough to need more than one grid. You can print as many as you like. I think last year I had 2 full and then one that had 40 squares filled. Okay? Up to you how many, well, it's up to you if you want to try to do more than one. And so here are some ideas. Now, don't look at the names on this one because this is last year's. But here are some ideas of things you can share with your customers that would help them get even more squares on there. What about Valentine's gifts that they would like to do for people that they give gifts to, or New Year's makeovers? It's still the first part of the year, and who wouldn't want a New Year's makeover? A Valentine's Day night makeovers, because this is the weekend before Valentine's Day. Winter skincare needs, focusing on products that your customers love. Well, we don't have, it says increasing in prints. We had a price increase last year, so just ignore that part. Okay? All right. Oh, I meant to show you. Did I not put it on here? Hang on. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Here's another idea that can help you reach out to your customers as well. You can combine a 24, 24, 24. Oh, and I don't think I'm sharing anymore, am I? I am not. That's hard for you to see if I don't have that there. Oh, and then I was going to put up, hold on one second. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so this is my filled out section or sheet that has number of squares that someone purchased, her initials and her name and how much she spent. So she spent 99. Should have gotten her $1 more. She would have gotten 10 squares. She spent 65. She got 6 squares. 54, 5 squares. I think you get the idea. Okay. And then I was talking about the 2424. So this is a great opportunity as well that you can be reaching out to your customers with the 2424 in conjunction with Super Bowl so that if they help you reach your goal of selling 24 items to 24 people in 24 hours, then that will also get them at least 2 squares on your grid if you're doing it by $10 increments, or 1 if you're doing it by $20 increments. So not only would you be reaching out to ask your customers to help you reach a goal, but now they're going to be able to get in your football squares as well. And here's something new that you may not have heard before. So with the 24, when it was initially introduced, it was to have 24 people buy $24 a product in 24 hours, all in one actual 24-hour period. So all in one day. However, a better way to do it is to reach out to your customers, all of at least 24 today, tomorrow, as quickly as you can, with a script about the Super Bowl and about you working toward this goal of 24. If this is something you would like to do, I have some scripts that go along with the 3 different texts you would send. So you send one text the first day, and it's an 8-hour period instead of a 24-hour period. So 8 hours today, 8 hours tomorrow, 8 hours Thursday. Okay, so you send a text out today with the information about the football squares and the 24 written up in your text. And then you would reach back out again tomorrow to anyone who hadn't responded. Hey, did you get my message yesterday? Would love for you to be in the Super Bowl squares and also help me reach my goal. And then you send out a final text on the 3rd day with this chart, just to remind them, for those who hadn't responded, that this is your final day. Okay, so it's a great kind of combination, introducing Super Bowl squares to your customers and helping them help you reach this of 24. And here's what happens. When you sell $24 to 24 people in that 24-hour period, even if they just bought $24 and everybody just bought that amount, which it never works out to be that, often it's more, that's $576 retail in a 24-hour period. And then if they happen to get up to 50 and you want to offer them a half price product from this month's specials, you can do that too. So that would even increase your sales more. So just an idea. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. I can get those texts to you with the other graphics that go with it. So, all right. I hope this is helpful. And if you need anything, you're not quite sure how to do it, or something needs a little more explanation, then let me know. Because if I don't know you have a question, I can't help.